So students of class 7, the same lesson, the scholarship jacket. And in this presentation, we are going to know what happens when Martha goes to her grandfather asking for those $15. I answered quickly, maybe there was a chance. It means you have earned it by having the highest grades for 8 years, and that's why they are giving it to you. Then she answered quickly, there was a chance. That means you have earned it by having the highest grades for 8 years, and that's why they are giving it to you. Too late, I realized the significance of my words, and she realized the significance of her words very late. Now, Grandpa knew that I understood it was not a matter of money. Now, the grandfather knew that she understood that it was not a matter of money. It wasn't that. He went back to hoeing the weeds that sprang up between the delicate little bean plants. It was a time-consuming job. Sometimes the small shoots were right next to each other. Finally, he spoke again as I turned to leave, crying. Now, he wanted Martha to realize the meaning of that scholarship jacket, which she realized. And once he came to know that she realized it, she went to hoeing again, and she turned to leave crying. So this much here in this slide. Let us move on to the next to see what is there. So here it is. Then if you pay for it, Martha, it's not a scholarship jacket, is it? Tell your principal I will not pay the $15. No, this is what the grandfather tells her, that if she pays for the jacket, then it is not a scholarship jacket. And he asked Martha to tell it to principal that he was not going to pay the $15. Now, if he pays the $15, then it would not remain a scholarship jacket. I walked back to the house and locked myself in the bathroom for a long time. I was angry with Grandpa, even though I knew he was right, and was angry with the board, whoever they were. Why did they have to change the rules just when it was my turn to win the jacket? Those were the days of belief and innocence. Now, that means her age was like that, uh, and those were the days of belief and innocence. She had great belief, she had great innocence. And she had belief in the teachers, she had belief in the boards, she had belief in the grandfather and all family members. They actually believe or believe all persons. Now, why this was happening there? Why she was not getting that scholarship jacket easily that she deserved? These are the questions that came to her mind. It was a very sad and withdrawn girl who dragged into the principal's office the next day. She was very much sad when she entered the principal's room next day. This time he did look me in the eyes. What did your grandfather say? Now the principal asked her, what did your grandfather say? I said very straight in my chair. He said to tell you he won't pay the $15. Now this is what no, she said. He said to tell you he won't pay the $15. The principal muttered something I could not understand under his breath and walked over to the window. Now the principal muttered something that she could not hear and went to the window. He stood looking out at something outside. He looked bigger than usual when he stood up. He was a tall, gaunt man with gray hair, and I watched the back of his head while I waited for him to speak. Now the principal stood up and went to the window, and he looked very big and tall as he stood up. Now a kind of description is here about his physique. Now, next, what we find there? Why, he finally asked, your grandfather has the money. He owns a 200-acre ranch. Now, he was telling that the grandfather had the riches to pay those $15. Now, why he was not paying? I looked at him, forcing my eyes to stay dry. Now, This girl, Martha, looked at the principal's eyes and trying to keep her eyes dry. I know, sir, but he said if I had to pay for it, then it would not be a scholarship jacket. Now, what the grandfather told, she told it to her principal. I stood up to leave. I guess you will just have to give it to Joanne. Now, she told this that in that case you are not going to give the jacket to me, you will be giving it to Joan. I hadn't meant to say that, it has just slipped out. Now that name slipped out of her tongue, and without her knowing, that came out. I was almost at the door when he stopped me. Martha, wait. Now she was at the door when he stopped her and asked her to wait. And what he says next, it is not here in this presentation. You will have to wait uh, for that next presentation where you will get the answer. Till that time, I say bye to you all. Thank you.